So today's topic is important topic in Oracle payables. Today we will create in payables standard invoice and we will try to learn how to validate and how to create accounting and how to do the pay in full. So before creating invoice, we need to have awareness of that we need to have invoice creation process idea. That means every payment in Oracle we need to create invoice. To create invoice, we need to have a supplier and supplier side setup. Assuming that we have already supplier, now we are going to create a invoice. So navigation is invoice, entry, invoice batches. So creating new batch. So you can give any name over there. Test underscore batch. This is the name I'm giving. Click on invoice so the system will save the batch name, and inside the batch system is going to open invoice form. You can see in the top the test batch, that's a batch name. So this is a standard invoice. There are different type of invoices. So I'm selecting here standard invoice. So we are learning today how to create standard invoice. Trading partner means supplier. There is no confusion. Trading partner is a different concept. Why we are calling it as a trading partner? Why we are not calling here it as a supplier or vendor? Anyway, so as of now, assuming that trading partner concept, we will think it is later. We will discuss it is later. So now I'm selecting here one supplier. The message whatever we saw just before in the note, that we will discuss in the topic of prepayment. So select invoice date. If you simply give the tab, system will pick up today's date. Select invoice number. That means you can provide any invoice number here. Test underscore 01. Amount I'm taking 1000. I'm trying to fill all mandatory fields. You need to remember the setup behind the each and every yellow color field. The invoice numbering, there is some setup in somewhere in payable options. So when you're trying to enter the invoice, you need to remember how to, what is the setup behind this? This is a basic concept before creating the invoice. Let us try to enter all the mandatory fields. GL date. GL date also we have a setup. So we need to have some idea before entering the invoice what is the setup area. Then term date, payment term. You can also modify the payment term and payment method. Some of the mandatory fields are already filled. So how it is filling? So these are all filling with the help of setup which we have already configured. We have configured in different forms. Example, the payment method and payment terms. So these are all coming from your supplier site. Okay, when you're trying to remember supplier site levels configuration, and you also remember system setup, payable system setup window also. So now I think I have filled all mandatory fields in the header level, and click on line tab, enter amount. Your invoice amount in the header level should equal to your line level amount. I am removing the ship to avoid the confusion of calculation of tax. Click on distribution tab, enter amount, and the line level amount should equal to your distribution line. You can see here So whatever you enter amount, this should be in the black color, not in the red color. Red color means something went wrong. Say for example, I'm removing one digit and changing one digit over there, so you can see in the red color, that means amount is different. What will happen if I change the amount? That will look into different topic. Now I'm selecting one expenses. For example, I'm taking here something like 7420, which is rent expenses. You can take any expenses here and save the distribution setup. You can see here the distribution class save. So close this distribution, go to general tab number 1, where you can see the status never validated, and we're supposed to do the account creation. To validate the invoice, click on actions button and select validate option. Click OK. Okay, you can see here status is validated because whatever setup we have done, the way of we enter invoice is proper. If the way of entering invoice is wrong, something like a fund is not available properly and your line amount is not matching with your invoice amount, and the invoice amount is not matching with the distribution line level amount, then it will not validate and the invoice will go to the hold. Next, we need to create accounting. So select action button, select create accounting option. Here under we have three options: draft, final, final post. Draft means it is a temporary accounting in the payables, and the final means that accounting entry will be created in payables table, and the final post means the accounting entry will be created in the payable tables, as well as it will transfer to the general ledger, and you can post also. It will import in GL and post also. In these two options, final and final post, system will change the status to yes in the general tab of invoice. So let me select here final, click OK to process create accounting. Accounting has been successfully created for the transaction. Click on OK. You can see here status is yes. That means accounting created. How to view accounting entry? You just go to tools and you can click on view accounting events. You can see here accounting event which has been created for this particular invoice. Click on view general entries so that you can see the entry over there. Item expense account data to liability account. I'm going back to main invoice form. To pay this invoice, click on actions, that is nothing but pay in full. So we can pay full invoice amount, not the partial. Select pay in full, click OK. System will take you to the payment form and also a field of some of the fields of supply details and your payment details. Select the payment date. I'm taking today's date. Select the bank account from the list. I'm selecting Bank of America 204. What else we need to enter? We need to enter payment process profile. So all these bank details are coming from your cash management. That we will learn later. Select payment documents is nothing but your checkbook name, and system is picking the check number. We call it as a check number or document number, both are same. Once you save this form, system will pay and the payment details will show in the line level of this region. It may take few seconds in the very beginning. And the accounting status it is showing unprocessed. Even though you are paid this, the accounting process is showing unprocessed status. So for that also you need to do create accounting. Click on actions button, create accounting. Here also same meaning of final post and draft. Click OK. So the system will pay and it will change the status. Accounting has been successfully created for the transactions. Click OK. You can see here accounting has been processed. Here also it is the same meaning, same way to view accounting events. Click on view generals. Then you can see liability account data to cash clearing account. So once you done the payment, close this form. System will ask you to save here and for complete the transaction. So now our payment has been done, but it is not updated in the invoice because invoice is we have to refresh the invoice. It is not refreshed. So press F11, give your invoice number, Control F11 so that invoice will be refreshed and you can see the payment here appearing. Hope you have understood the topic. So in next topic we will meet once again. Thank you.